So for this one, you're gonna do the scene two boxes on your own because it's a very short scene. I'll tell you your characters. Your characters are gonna be Lord and Lady Capulet, the nurse, and Juliet. There's gonna be some servants in there too, but they're not super important. So as long as you have Lord and Lady Capulet, Juliet, and the nurse, you're all set. This is a very quick scene. So remember, step one of Friar Lawrence's plan was for Juliet to go home, say she was sorry, and agree to marry Paris. So here comes Capulet with Lady Capulet, the nurse, and two other servants. And Capulet says, invite all the guests on this list. Boy, go hire 20 skilled cooks. Oh, you won't get any bad cooks from me. I'll test them by making them lick their fingers. Well, how can you test them like that? Well, it's easy, sir. It's a bad cook who can't lick his own fingers. So the cooks who can't lick their fingers aren't hired. Well, go, get out of here. Servant exits. We're unprepared for this wedding celebration. What has my daughter gone... Sorry, what? Has my daughter gone to see Friar Lawrence? Oh, yes, that's true. Huh, well, there's a chance he may do her some good. She's a stubborn little brat. So they're preparing for the wedding. They're going and hiring the chefs. They're going and inviting the guests. The whole thing about licking your fingers, think about it. If you're a chef who's unwilling to test their food, that means that's where the whole lick your fingers comes in. If you're unwilling to sample your own food, you're probably not a good chef. And Lord Capulet calls his daughter a brat because he's still all bent out of shape that she wouldn't listen to him. So, for your scene guide for one of the first actions, you can just say Juliet's parents and the nurse are preparing for her wedding. Let's see. Juliet comes in. And the nurse says, look, she's come home from confession with a happy look on her face. Huh! So, my headstrong daughter, where have you been? Well, I went somewhere where I learned that being disobedient to my father is a sin. Holy Father Lawrence instructed me to fall upon my knees and beg for your forgiveness. She kneels down before her father. Forgive me, I beg you. From now on, I'll do whatever you say. So, perhaps a bit of a flair for the dramatic, but she apologizes and says, yeah, I'll do whatever you want. Capulet, he's ecstatic. He is so happy. Oh, send for the Count. Go tell him about this. I'll make this wedding happen tomorrow morning. Pause. It's Tuesday. The wedding is supposed to happen on Thursday. Lord Capulet has just said, I'll make this wedding happen tomorrow morning, aka Wednesday. So you want to go over to your scene guide, and under action, you definitely want to put Lord Capulet is so happy that Juliet says she'll do whatever he wants her to, that he moves the wedding up a day. And that is incredibly important because Friar Lawrence's whole plan about take this potion, I'm going to write a letter to Romeo so he knows what's up and he'll come back and get you. This whole plan centers around timing. They need time to send the letter. They need time to notify Romeo and get him back. So now the timing is going to be all messed up. Juliet says, I met the young man at Lawrence's cell. I treated him with the proper love as well as I could while still being modest. Oh, well, I'm glad about this. This is good. Stand up. This is the way it should be. I want to see the Count. Yes, all right, go, I say, and bring him here. Now, before God, our whole city owes this friar a great debt. Oh, nurse, will you come with me to my closet and help me pick out the clothes and the jewelry I'll need to wear tomorrow? So she's not worried at all that the whole plan has to be moved up a day. Because remember, all she has to do is go to sleep. Well, no, not until Thursday. There's plenty of time. Oh, go, nurse, go with her. We'll have the wedding at church tomorrow. Juliet and the nurse exit. Well, our supplies will be short for the party. It's already almost night. Oh, don't worry. I will set things in motion and everything will be all right. I promise you, wife. You should go to Juliet and dress her up. I'm not going to bed tonight. Leave me alone. I'll pretend to be the housewife for once. Hey, what? They're all gone? Well, I will walk by myself to Count Paris to get him ready for tomorrow. Oh, my heart is wonderfully happy because this troubled girl has been taken back and now she'll be married. And Capulet leaves, and that's the end of the scene. So the biggest thing, like I said, is that the wedding has been moved up a day. And in terms of problem or solution, as I just described, it's going to be a huge problem. Why? Because the plan hinges on the timing of everything, all right? Friar Lawrence has to get that letter out really soon as it is. But now, if all of this is going to happen tomorrow, that means that instead of Juliet waking up on Saturday, because if she took the potion on Thursday and it lasts 42 hours, she'd be asleep all day Friday and pretty much all day Saturday. Now, she's going to be waking up on Friday. And Romeo's got to get there in time. Who knows if the letter's going to make it to him? All right, so we're going to start scene 3 in the same video because we have plenty of time. All right, scene 3. Go away, ads. All right, so your only characters here are the nurse, Juliet, and I think that her mother comes in really quick. Juliet says to the nurse, "Oh yes, those are the best clothes, but gentle nurse, please leave me alone tonight. I have to say a lot of prayers to make the heavens bless me. You know that my life is troubled and full of sin." Lady Capulet comes in. "What, are you busy? Do you need my help?" "Oh no, madam, we figured out the best things for me to wear tomorrow at the ceremony. If it's okay with you, I'd like to be left alone now. Let the nurse sit up with you tonight. I'm sure you have your hands full preparing the sudden festivities." "Oh, good night. Go to bed and get some rest. I'm sure you need it." And Lady Capulet and the nurse leave. Now Juliet, for the rest of the scene, she's talking to herself. "Goodbye. Only God knows when we'll meet again. Oh, there is a slight cold fear cutting through my veins. It almost freezes the heat of life. I'll call them back here to comfort me. Nurse!" Oh, what good would she do here? In my desperate situation, I have to act alone. All right, here's the vial. Well, what if this mixture doesn't work at all? Will I be married tomorrow morning? Oh, no, this knife will stop it. Lie down there. She puts a knife on her bedside table. So I'll help you out with this set of action. So for characters, we've got Juliet, the nurse, and her mother. And for actions, so Juliet is voicing a lot of concerns. So first concern, worried the potion won't work at all, and she'll have to marry Paris tomorrow. Takes out a dagger because if it doesn't work, she'll just kill herself. Lovely. All right, second fear. What if the friar mixed the potion to kill me? Is he worried that he will be disgraced if I marry Paris after he married me to Romeo? Oh, I'm afraid that it's poison. And yet it shouldn't be poison because he is a trustworthy, holy man. All right, so our second fear, worried that FL, Friar Lawrence, actually gave her a poison to kill her because he knows he can't marry her to someone else. But she decides, no, he's a holy man. He wouldn't do that. All right, next fear. What if, when I am put in the tomb, I wake up before Romeo comes to save me? Oh, that's a frightening idea. Won't I suffocate in the tomb? There's no healthy air to breathe in there. Will I die of suffocation before Romeo comes? So, third fear, worried she's going to suffocate if she wakes up too early. Worried she will wake up early in the tomb and be suffocated because no clean air. It's a room full of dead bodies. It's going to stink. So that's not completely unreasonable for her to fear. All right. So, or if I live, like if I wake up early but I'm alive, I'll be surrounded by death and darkness. Oh, it will be terrible. There'll be bones of hundreds of years old in that tomb. My ancestors' bones. Tybalt's body will be in there, freshly entombed, and his corpse will be rotting. They say that during the night the spirits are in tombs. Oh no, I'll wake up and smell awful odors. I'll hear screams that would drive people crazy. It gets more dramatic. Wait for it. If I wake up too early, won't I go insane with all these horrible, frightening things around me? Start playing with my ancestors' bones and pull Tybalt's corpse out of his death shroud? Will I grab one of my dead ancestors' bones and bash in my own skull? Oh, look! I think I see my cousin Tybalt's ghost! He's looking for Romeo because Romeo killed him with a sword! Wait, Tybalt, wait! Oh, Romeo, Romeo, Romeo! Here's drink! I drink to you. And she drinks the liquid from the vial and falls on her bed, hidden by her bed curtains. So her final fear, and that's the end of the scene. So her final fear, oh goodness, I can't spell. Final fear is that she will wake up in the tomb and go crazy by all the dead bodies and ghosts and bash in her skull with an ancestor's bone. She says that. She says, oh, will I pick up an ancestor's bone and bash in my own head? And it's like, dude, relax. And even with all these fears, she drinks it anyway. Even with all these fears, she drinks the potion anyway. Come on! Some of these fears are legitimate. Like, is Paris really that bad that you're willing to, risk your life very literally just to get out of marrying him? My goodness. All right. Does this scene present a problem or a solution? You tell me, and then explain how or why. Because right now it seems like she's pretty worried that in one way, shape, or form, the plan is not going to work. She doesn't list a single positive thing that could come out of taking this potion. Oh boy. We're also going to do scene 4 really quick because it is probably one of the shortest scenes in the entire play. So for this one, we've got Lord and Lady Capulet and the nurse. They're still just preparing for the wedding. Lady Capulet says, wait, take these keys and get some more spices, nurse. Oh, they're calling for dates and quinces in the pastry kitchen. Oh, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. The second cock hath crowed. The curfew bell rang. It's 3 o'clock. Go, get the baked meats, good Angelica. Don't worry about the cost. Oh, go you old housewife, go. Go to bed, dear. You'll be sick tomorrow because you've stayed up all night. Oh, no, not at all. What? I've stayed up all night many times before for less important matters, and I've never gotten sick. Oh, yes, you've been a ladies' man in your time, but I'll make sure you don't stay up any later now. Lady Capulet and the nurse exit. A jealous woman, a jealous woman. Now, fella, what have you got there? Come on. Well, things for the cook, sir, but I don't know what they are. Oh, hurry up, hurry up. You, fetch logs. And blah, blah. Fetch logs that are drier than these. Call Peter. He'll show you where they are. Oh, I'm smart enough to find logs myself without bothering Peter. Oh, right, and well said. That guy's funny. He got a head full of logs. Oh, goodness, it's daylight. The Count will be here soon with music. At least he said he would. Oh, I hear him coming near. Nurse! Wife! What? Hey, nurse! Go. Wake Juliet. Go and get her dressed. I'll go and chat with Paris. Hurry up, hurry up. The bridegroom is already here. Hurry up, I say. And they all exit. And that's it for scene 5. So, I'm sorry, for scene 4. So, all that happened in this scene is they're still getting ready for the wedding and Paris shows up. Why did they bother including this scene? Pretty much to fill space. You can't go from Juliet freaking out and falling down on the bed taking the potion to immediately finding her family finding her. You just need an in-between scene to show, like, while she's upstairs doing that, her family is still downstairs thinking everything is fine and preparing the wedding. It adds more of the whole dramatic irony idea of, we know that what they're doing is pointless because she's upstairs, quote unquote, dead. Problem or solution? For them, solution, because they think that they're about to marry Juliet to Paris, but we know it's a problem because they're going to go upstairs and find her body. All right?